In the heart of Gombe State, Nigeria, lies a beacon of hope and healing, the Federal Teaching Hospital, Gombe. This documentary takes you on a journey into the heart of healthcare excellence, where dedication, innovation, and compassion converge to serve the community and beyond. From cutting-edge medical technology to the caring hands of skilled healthcare professionals, this institution stands as a testament to the unwavering commitment to providing quality healthcare to all who pass through its doors. This is the story of resilience, recovery, and transformation within the walls of the Federal Teaching Hospital, Gombe, under the wings of Dr. YUSUF ABDULLAHI, the Chief Medical Director.
We started operation as Federal Teaching Hospital Gombe officially on the 1st of January 2014. And that's how the journey started. So the hospital keep on expanding, and presently we have virtually all the category of healthcare givers, ranging from the medical doctors, the nurses, the medical laboratory scientists, physiotherapists, medical radiographers, all kind of professionals that you can imagine to find in the tertiary healthcare. And we have been offering efficient and effective services at a very affordable rate to the populace of Gombe State and beyond.
The transformation of this huge medical facility had seen changes in ownership from the then Bauchi State to Gombe State, and finally a federal medical institution.
Federal Teaching Hospital Gombe has a very long history of about 28 years now. And actually the hospital started by the then Bauchi State government through a special loan granted by the African Development Bank. And then the intention was to establish a tertiary healthcare referral center. That was in 1996. And that's how the history began. So the hospital had a very strong and solid foundation by the pioneer CMD and all the other CMDs that came after him. The pioneer CMD, Dr. Abubakar Ali Gombe, has actually worked tirelessly, and he put the hospital in a very good roadmap. And he was succeeded by Dr. Ali Usman El Lapati, who has done greatly well. Then Dr. Saidu Abubakar as the third medical director and the first CMD of the hospital also has done greatly well. And he was succeeded by Dr. Yahya Saidu Alkali, who actually spent only 1 year in office, and may his soul rest in perfect peace. And so you can see that the hospital actually had a very good foundation. And when I came in as the chief medical director, I found out that what I need to do is just to actually propel the hospital ahead, which actually we have achieved a lot within the last 3.5 years. And when this administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu came on board with the Renew Hope agenda on health, then it became more and more easier and more clearer for everybody to actually take the healthcare delivery in the tertiary health institution to the zenith. And coupled with the appointment of Professor Muhammadu Alipati as the minister, as the coordinating minister of health and social welfare, it became much easier, because all what we needed became clearer. And he was supported also by the state minister, Dr. Tunjala Hausa. It's a very excellent combination, especially by the Renew Hope agenda, the ministerial 4-point agenda of the Ministry of Health. It became so clear, because it has shown to us that this 4-point agenda, when followed, definitely we are going to achieve a lot in Nigeria, and the universal health coverage is possible.
Through these changes, it had been able to maintain a standard of excellence with its ability to sustain a neat environment, coupled with efficient service for the growing population in Gombe State. This has led to a sudden expansion of its services to first cater for needs of the people, and secondly, to create training institutions for aspiring medical personnel that will attend to the growing needs of the population, which has grown from a meager number to about 900 individuals per day.
One of the key things that actually the Chief Medical Director identified is he felt that the hospital is actually left behind regarding training manpower, especially for the community. We know the northeastern Nigeria is actually, in terms of indices of education, health and the rest, we are actually a bit lagging compared to the rest of the country, especially southern Nigeria. And as a result of that, he took it upon himself to actually establish these schools. Based on a report by the National Military Council of Nigeria, northeastern Nigeria, we are the least in terms of population of healthcare personnel, particularly nurses in court. We are far behind. Equally, we are the one lacking behind when it comes to institutions, health institutions, especially colleges of nursing. Therefore, our own College of Nursing Sciences is coming very timely. Again, we actually went ahead to have new schools that came up, School of Dispensing of Tertiary, those that actually involve in corrective lenses, trying to correct vision, and the rest. So they make mainly glasses and some other complaints regarding the eye. And so we also have another school, which is School of Health Information Management, so which is called SHIM, School of Health Information Management, which currently there is also an admission, and these two students are actually studying for the dispensing of tertiary, that's the ND. We already have the students in their second year about to actually complete. So more schools are actually coming up. We've already made a lot of effort.
We are on the course of establishing another post-basic school, like School of Anesthesia, Nephrology, Accident and Emergency, Ophthalmology, Pediatrics, and other relevant courses. We felt that most of them are not even done in northern Nigeria.
One of the mandates of the tertiary health institutions is to train manpower for health, especially now that we are losing a number of manpower. This issue of Japa syndrome, you know, some of our trained health care professionals that are being enticed to leave, to go outside the country for greener pastures and everything. So you remember that if we cannot train more and more manpower for health, at the end of the day, even it is going to be very difficult even to find people who can take care of our own populace. So the vision and also the need for the hospital has been there for a very long time. So, but when I came in, I said, let's actually champion it. So we quickly put all the teams together. All these are efforts geared towards to have enough healthcare professionals that are needed to serve our people and the neighboring states.
The state of infrastructure is second to none, making the hospital the most accessible for patients and visitors.
Before now, the road was very rough, and pregnant women on the way to the hospital were suffering. But now there is no problem. We have gotten development.
The recent changes, we can say it is excellent and marvelous. The way the hospital look like, as if maybe some people that even went outside the country, where they even visited some hospital outside the country, they are still relating this hospital like the other outside country hospital, because with the look of things, look at where we are now. Can you think of, are you in the hospital? Even not of, because it's in the premises, you won't know that this is a hospital, because this is a common reception where everything is working as if it is not a hospital. You brought your relation, it is inside, maybe he was admitted inside the rooms, but this is the reception. You come and relax in the reception where you feel ACs and everything is working, condition is perfect.
All this was illustrated with the arrival of the current administration led by the Chief Medical Director, Dr. YUSUF Abdullahi, who is credited with the seamless transformation of record keeping from manual to digital record.
From the entry to exit in the hospital is just your hospital number. Anywhere you go, you give your hospital number, your record will be out. Likewise, also, some of the leaders in the hospital, they have remote access to the hospital. Even if I happen to be somewhere, maybe in Abuja, Lagos, or maybe outside the country, I still have access to the hospital. So the issue of missing folder became the thing of the past. The issue of handling mutilated folder, the thing became of the past. The issue of missing records in the folder became also the thing of the past. And now our records and the backups, they are all in the cloud. God forbid, whatever the incidents that is going to have as part of the natural disaster, at least the record of the patient is just a matter of a click, because they have been saved in the cloud. And I am so happy also, it is part of the four key agenda of the Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare. Our able coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, in person, Professor Mohamed Ali Pate, is one of his visions to achieve. So already we are there. So that means we will not fear the issue of backup, the issue of improvement, the issue of whatever. So definitely it has come to stay.
Normally, before now, we are using folders. Today, they will say folder is missing and the rest. But when he came, he brought in these computers. Everything is computerized. If you're going to the lab, you're going to pay anything, everything. You don't need to be going with paper around. We are just seeing ourselves as we are in abroad now because of this development. So these are the kind of things that if you have young people that are leading you, they want to take you international. They don't want to leave you at a local place. So FMC is one of the best now we have, because our ND is taking us international.
For us in hematology, major thing that nobody will ever forget is us getting an accreditation from the National Postgraduate Medical College of Nigeria to train resident doctors to become specialists in hematology and blood transfusion. So, and I can say the credit goes to him.
The CMD in person of Dr. YUSUF is a man of works. Yes, if no other one can testify out there, at least dental clinic we can testify. He has brought these things to us. We are really grateful. He brought these chairs to us and it has lifted some burdens off our shoulder.
We've seen a lot of developments that we're very, very happy about. In the time past, the SCB used to be just one, and we have about just 22 bed capacity. But recently, I want to commend the MD. He has done a very good job. He gave us new modern incubators, new modern phototherapies. You know, we've expanded the SCBU that we have almost 40 bed capacity. So with those developments, we have reduction in mortalities of babies. When we have these children coming, they are well taken care of. They have the facility they need, so they do well. And in a short while, they go home.
We have more space for patient care. We have more space for consultation, which makes things life easier. In those days, we used to go to some nursing station to put our doctors there to be seeing patients and nursing station. Sometimes we even go to other units away from this clinic to be seeing patients. But now we don't have to do that.
We have some developments, like some of the major ENT instruments that the department supplied for us. Before, we don't have it. Even as of now, some centers doesn't have it. But we here, we have opportunity to have it. here, like ENT console. It's an ENT examination instrument. Whatever you want to examine, you will do it with that machine. It can tell you what is happening within the cavity. The environment now is more conducive for us and the patient too, because before the consulting rooms are not enough, but now they are even more than enough.
The state-of-the-art equipment the hospital had employed over the years, especially the Cobas Pure, which is the first to be installed in Nigeria, making the institution a center for referrals in the country.
Actually, before the incoming of this administration of Dr. YUSUF ABDULLAHI, we can say that we are managing, but now we cannot say we are managing. We are doing very, very well. In fact, we can beat our chest with any other chemical pathology lab, not even in Nigeria, even in West Africa, in fact in Africa in general.
This is actually a HPLC machine, known as a high performance liquid chromatographic machine. I think probably if you can find this machine maybe probably in just few institutions so far. So what the machine is used for basically, we use it to both qualitative and quantitative analysis. Probably you have a 500 milligram of paracetamol as being written on a drugs, but when you quantify it, you find out that the drug is actually not up to 100% as it is being claimed by the company, just like other drugs too. And at the end of the day, you discover that when you use such a drug for our patients, it actually leads to a therapeutic failure, that's drug failure. The person may not get the desired therapeutic effect it should get from that drugs because they are not up to standard. But having this machine in this institution, every company that supplies drug to this place will be very careful, knowing that this machine is in place. Therefore, the standard of services being rendered here with respect to drugs being given to our patients will be very assured.
The vision of the hospital that I have said is supposed to be one of the best in the country. So anything that we are bringing newly, we are trying to say that it is in tandem with the 21st century, technology. And that is why we have gone there. The Cobas Pure, there is no doubt, yes, is the first to be installed in Nigeria. And very soon we are going to inform the Nigerians that we have this machine, because it's a machine that can do a lot of things. And we are happy to be part of its installation. And that has nothing to do with anything beside the vision. The moment you have a vision, you work on the vision and you achieve it.
Understanding the vision of the current Chief Medical Director, Dr. YUSUF ABDULLAHI, the Federal Teaching Hospital, Gombe, is equipped to curtail medical tourism with a staff-friendly environment at low cost. This will guarantee affordable healthcare for the people.
We have brought state-of-the-art medical equipment that will change the lives of our people. So it wasn't like before. It wasn't like before. I don't want Nigerians to be assessing the healthcare delivery in the country as the way they are assessing it in the year 2000, in the year 2020, or in the year 2019. We have gone beyond that. Please, let's all of us come together and cherish what we have. But I am telling you that the healthcare delivery in Nigeria, especially what we have seen in the tertiary healthcare centers, there is a remarkable improvement, there is a remarkable change. The people that will always be saying they want to go outside the country, they are going to spend a lot of money. Somebody will earmark more than $10,000, $20,000 to go outside the country. If you ask him to pay just $5,000 to be served in Nigeria, he will look at it and say, why will he or she pay such amount of money? So we want the Nigerians and everybody to really have trust in the system. Let's come together to better it.
All these improvements is credited to the support of the federal government. Gombe State government, and various donor agencies.
The support of government is actually unimaginable in that regard. There was a time that I was crying for, payment for electricity bills. His Excellency the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu approved huge amount of money for the hospital to settle some of the outstanding electricity bills. And that one we're very much happy because without electricity, without energy, the hospital will never function. So the federal government of Nigeria will continue to remain grateful despite all the challenges, or despite all the paucity of funds, but they are really trying, they are really helping the population. From the National Assembly, from the governor of the state, His Excellency Governor Yahaya has been very helpful in many ramifications, and also all the stakeholders.
The relationship amongst management personnel is also reflected between the management and staff unions in the hospital, creating a staff-friendly environment which is rare in some institutions across the country, as testified by the union during the visit of members House of Representatives Committee on Health on Oversight duty.
When the Chief Medical Director came on board, at our own end, as pressure group, we have our option A and B. We go for dialogue. If it fails, we send machinery for Anuta. But unfortunately, this CMD has not given us room.
I want to hear. Yes, I want to hear.
You find out that sometimes even when there are strikes or industrial actions in the country, this center is not always totally locked down. We find a way, we strategize in such a way that some of our people are still working.
For Fth Gombe, is more of a father-son relationship that we have been enjoying, and it's quite remarkable. It's not what we have witnessed in recent times, and it's actually a very big achievement on our own side to have a management that always listens to us and seek to do us good.
It has so far been an interesting one. We have not had any of our demands in quote turned down by the management. As a former unionist, we are not surprised in terms of his tremendous support for us, and we appreciate it, and we look forward to better working relationship.
Perhaps what is of importance remains the role played by the management of the institution in providing excellent services.
The reform that is taking place, we've gotten a new digital CMD. As we all know him, he is digitally oriented. 99.9% of the hospital services has been digitalized, most especially the finance department. Now we are going hell in a box. 90% of all the services now and the activities is being done computerly. All revenue generation has been computerized. So 99.9% of the leakages has been blocked.
With all the success, the challenge of sustainable supply of energy remains a thorny issue for the medical institution to tackle.
We maintain power in the hospital 24 hours. How to pay for the electricity bills? How to pay for the diesel that we used to pay? These are the things that we used to power the hospital. It's a huge challenge, it's a major challenge. Before the increase in the price, we are paying for electricity bills alone of about 22 million naira. So if we increase it by 240%, imagine where we might be. And our overhead is nothing to talk about. So all these things are things that are making us not to be sleeping well.
The vision of a medical institution transcends time. Once an icon, the growth of the Federal Teaching Hospital, Gombe, brings a prime example of excellence, innovation, tackling medical tourism for the benefit of Nigerians.
This hospital is blessed with personnel healthcare personnel that are caring, that are disciplined, that are honorable to receive their patients. This year, we want to cover the area of urology where you don't need to go out. You don't need to go to Abuja. You don't need to go to any of the higher healthcare delivery that are maybe in Lagos or whatever, just for you to have a lesser surgery or whatever. So we are going to make it clearly in the media, so that because we have been keeping quiet, and we think that it is better for us to come out so that the populace will know how rich we are in Federal Teaching Hospital Gombe and beyond.